Hi, this is John in Los Angeles. It's June 22nd, 2019, about 1 o'clock in the afternoon, and Pristine Wellness. They have some water in here. It's called Pristine Hydro, and it's the best water I've ever tasted in my entire life here. I'm telling you. I stopped in my tracks when I took a swig of this stuff. I bought some at a Mother's Market. So I came down to find out how this stuff is being made. Here we go. Hi, this is David.
Hello, how you doing, John?
Good, man. We're here to talk about your water. Thank you, man.
Yeah. So it's a very unique process we got here. We clean it of everything. We have a particular process we usually do that, but basically all dust, all rust, all particulates, sediment, pharmaceuticals, and inorganic matter is going to be stripped out. Then we actually take out all the acids except for two, which I can explain later, but you need a couple acids in water for it to even be drinking water, especially the silica. The orthosilicic acid is very, very important. So we are one of the only people that actually brews our water. We brew it inside of something kind of like this, and this will actually have lodestones and crystals in it, help charge the water. The silica in the water actually helps retain and hold that charge. And basically what's going on is these lodestones we see here used to be iron veins, iron banding in the earth.
Right.
As a storm passes by, lightning is emitted, it just strikes the iron, turns it into more of a rock, basically. It's one of Earth's best antioxidants, and it also basically captured the lightning inside. So what's going on is this is emitting an electromagnetic frequency, magnetism, that we were grown from. Okay, this magneticity is how everything grows on this planet. Okay, this actually charges up the water when you have a completed circuit involved, which is why we have the crystals involved. It's pure silica, it's a superconductor. It's basic science. We're just using nature's way of doing things to charge the water as if it's running over a stream in the earth. After that, all we have to do is remineralize it, and what we use is bicarbonate salts. It's the best way for the pancreas to battle acidity in the body and store for later use. It is the way that we use to hydrate through the lungs. If you know about that, if you use to hydrate through the lungs, that means fog, carbonic acid present in the water, helps to make bicarbonate salts. And we no longer do that, so we have to replace it in our drinking water. It's a very, very easy process, but if you get charged water, you got to drink it cold. Cold water will help hydrate you about 50 to 60% more efficiently. It's very, very easy to understand this when water gets cold. This asymmetrical bond tightens up to conserve energy, making the surface tension of water lower, easily accepted into the cell, and reverse for when it's warm. So if you want to irrigate the body, use warm water. If you want to hydrate, use cold water. So that's a very basic process. Once we get the foundation right with the water, we actually make mineral grade water ourselves, like pharmaceutical mineral grade water. We can do two things. We can add the electrolyte balance that's already made. We can add that to our water, okay, which is already made at a particular potency. Just got a jacked up amount of magnesium and silica in there to help calm the acids, pull out aluminum, and pull out heavy metals out of the body. Not only will that turn your brain and organs back on, but you'll get blood flow, which is the point. Then we can help remineralize, refat, and put good acids back in the body.
Okay, let me ask you something real quick here. The reason I came in here, not only because the water tasted like unbelievably happy, I mean the stuff was good, but the people talking to me on the phone also know about a lot of other things like the spraying in our skies.
Oh yes.
And the, you name it, frequencies, microwaves, you name it. It's all around us.
Oh, definitely.
So that has a lot to do with why I'm here.
Yeah, so detoxing from that is something that people want to constantly be aware of.
You bet.
And it's actually very easy. When your aluminum is one of the most traded and transported elements on the planet right now. If anything, we live in the aluminum age, people.
Yes.
So detoxing from that is being put in our food, our water, our air. So what happens is the orthosilicic acid in this water actually will help strip you of that aluminum from the brain and the body. If you're on the electrolyte balance, which is a supplement for all these deficiencies that we have, it'll actually strip about 70% of the aluminum out of the brain and body within 90 days of use. There's a proven worldwide medical studies that we don't even have to perform here, but we can see in everybody that uses our product, they're all recovering from these poisonings. Basically keeping all these things at bay, like the chemtrails. We don't even worry about them here because they're happening, but we know that our brain is detoxing of aluminum.
That's a good. Also, what got me in here is that it's in glass. You know, everything's in glass. I love that.
Glass is king. If you
Absolutely.
can get glass, stainless steel is a good way to get cold water, keep your water cold. But we've also found another company called Purist. If you guys are at all interested, it's a glass lined, double wall stainless steel thing, and it'll keep your charge. No metallic tinge, and that way you get healthy charged magnesium water that's ice cold and hydrating. That's our best option so far.
Is it like financially burdensome to
like,
put it in glass, or is it cost effective? How does it work?
It is cost effective. It's just a matter of how much effort you want to put into when and where you refrigerate and refill your water.
Right.
It's very easy for us. If you have glass and you have a system, as you can see,
yeah, you got
systems here. Very easy. You have it under the counter. And a portable unit. The portable is great. It's carry on a train or a plane. I've taken it to Hawaii. I've taken it to, Mexico. We've taken it overseas. We've shipped them all over to Europe. It comes with adapters, so you guys put it on any hose, any faucet, anything, pretty much. So the greatest thing too is you got to line it to your refrigerator. Use it for your teas. Use it for your coffees.
Yes.
All that, because the more you use this water, and say get a shower filter and stop putting in all those acids and chemicals, heavy metals, and all this stuff that they're spraying us with, but they're also putting it in our food.
Yep.
They're also putting it in our water, and they're disguising it as treatments that we're under the guise that it's a necessity.
Right.
Well, we know that these things that they put in react with other things in the water and make worse things for our body. For instance, people know about a dechlorinating filter, but what about the chlorine that reacts with something else? And that's going to create worse. It's chloramine. Chloramine is even worse for the body. So you need something like a KDF shower filter in order to remove chlorine and chloramine. And
it's a lot to tackle, a lot of this stuff, but a piece at a time.
For us,
I like
easy.
it.
Shower filters, clean water, and electrolyte balance, and you can strip out tons of the aluminum, tons of the heavy metals, tons of the acids, and you can start to get blood flow in the body, which is where you need to even start to put anything good back in the body. Any medicine is not going to work if you don't have blood flow to the body, and that's just not going to happen if you don't have magnesium bicarbonate in stores in your pancreas ready to use. If you guys want to go and look at that science, you guys got to go pretty deep into the chemistry books and figure out how the chemical processes work making bicarbonates in nature versus making them in the body. It's actually very simple, although it would take too long for me to explain.
I got a quick question for you here.
Yeah.
Do you know where, I mean, it's kind of off the mark a little bit, but do you know where you can get those fluoride strips where you can test? There's so many things I want to test that have fluoride, and I know it.
I do not know where to get the fluoride.
They have them on Amazon. They do have them there.
I know they have. They do have.
There's like
them
150 of them for $15. So.
But I don't know the company or reliable company myself.
You don't know they're probably toxic too, right?
Yeah, maybe. I don't know. Maybe.
I wouldn't
You gotta
doubt
look
it.
into it.
You got to think about how these guys operate.
Even the tar they use on our roads is toxic, and the plasticides in our cars, and the flame retardants in our new beds that you sleep on.
The new cars have the cancer warnings. Everything in there causes cancer.
And the best thing you can do is get a car that's been used for 3 or 4 years
That's
already.
what I'm saying.
In good condition, because then all the plasticides are dry, and all the flame retardants have been aired out, so you got a safe car.
Yeah. They're putting those stickers on there to cover their asses. Is what they're doing. So we told you. So anyway, you got a website we can go to?
Two for here, livepristine.com or pristinehydro.com. Both are reliable sources to figure out if these water needs are for you, and what is involved with the system. And each stage will be broken down, telling you what it removes. And there's also a lab analysis on both of those websites. So third party, crystal clear.
Third party, I love that.
Most of it obviously is what's not in the water. There should only be 7 chemicals in the water. Chloride, and then orthosilicic acid, carbonic acid, and your 4 bicarbonate salts, mainly magnesium, and then in very small amounts sodium, potassium, calcium, all bicarbonates.
Okay, well, thank you for your help here and showing me around. I'm going to be back and do some other parts to this. But right now, I want people to pick this water up wherever you go if you find it. I found it at Mother's. They have this at Whole Foods?
I believe they do. And then, but they definitely go to, on all the Mothers, they have them all.
Yeah, the Mothers. I don't know how many people have these around the planet here or whatever this is we're on. I'm not sure.
It's mostly about getting people the systems, because in the end, it's cheaper for them, it's cheaper for us, it's more efficient, and they're sustainable, and they're responsible. They become responsible for their own intake.
Okay, well, people can look into it on your site, right?
Yeah.
So,
Oh yeah, definitely.
so thanks, David, for showing me around here, and this is going to be all over the place. Okay.
Great. Yeah.
I appreciate it, and I'm really proud of you guys for
to
knowing
see
about
you.
everything.
Yeah. Thanks.
A lot of
very much.
information here. Look at this, guys. It's a crowd pleaser. We got a freaking water spout from the movie Twister. So cool. Cleanest water I've ever tasted, guys. You got to try it. All right. Take care.